right, people. What's up and welcome to the podcast. Um I've been bothered lately. I've been sitting on this particular video that I screen recorded a while back, and it's been kind of eating at my soul a little bit. And the thing about what's been eating at my soul here was there was a football game, Monday Night Football, Buffalo Bills versus Cincinnati Bengals. The game was postponed and then later canceled after an injury to Damar Hamlin. Now, Damar Hamlin, was a defensive back, went to make a tackle. Everything looked all fine and good. Great form on that particular tackle. But then when he stood up, he fell over backwards. And a lot of y'all have seen this video by now, so you understand what I'm talking about. He spent the last few days in the hospital in critical condition, and we've been getting updates. I've been checking on this every day. I've prayed on it, went to the Ravens forum. There's people all over the NFL praying for this particular situation. Okay. So with that said, you had a few people who tried to use the situation for their own personal political gain or just to spew hatred. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can anybody use this for hatred? Well, it's quite simple. The individuals that use this for hatred look just like him. And what I mean by that is you have black women all over the internet talking about his particular situation. And believe me when I say all over, because there are hidden chat rooms and private YouTube videos and Clubhouse and everything else where people have talked just like this individual who I'm going to play the video of. Now, they're going to talk about some other subjects as well, and then they're going to walk right into it, as they always do. Nothing they say is backed up by any factual data, but they just want to use YouTube and examples that they find out there, basically confirmation bias, to spew this hatred to the tune of 10,000 followers. And at the time I clicked on this video, there were several hundred people, which rival some of the largest YouTubers on YouTube for concurrent views. Now let that sink in for a second. This person has just as many live viewers as some of the big names on YouTube. And they're allowed to sit here and spew this nonsense. So let me get this video up here for you.
It's just that simple.
Make sure I got it on the appropriate screen. 1 second. I want to make sure y'all see this. Okay, there we go. And let me get rid of some few things here. And there we go. Okay. So here is the video that I was talking about. Now, I'm not going to say her name or anything like that, but if you've seen this channel and you know about it, you know what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and play the clip.
To that point, Leah, I don't even understand how black women think they owe black men a goddamn thing. Let's be real. I've always said it. Everyone here can attest to it as well. History has already shown us whenever somebody got on their ass, who the fuck did they run behind for cover? When they couldn't eat on the plantation because they pissed off the master, who gave them substance via breast milk?
Meanwhile, black men were getting hung trying to defend black women on those very plantations. Now, if you know your history correctly, they didn't import black women until towards the end of slavery, or the last few decades of slavery, because a lot of places had outlawed slavery and the movement of slaves. So they came up with a strategy to make their own homegrown slaves, and they began bringing black women over. But for the majority of slavery, it was always black men working until the day they died, then they would go replace them.
It was black women. I am not explaining a goddamn thing to a motherfucker that ain't never done anything, who is always hidden behind my skirt tails for cover.
Now, pay attention to these comments that she's highlighting, okay? Now, normally, regular YouTubers highlight comments they think are pertinent to the situation, or the comments they like, or very good comments, and sometimes some bad comments. But mostly here, what you're going to see is some really, really, really bad comments that she's going to highlight in agreement with what she's saying.
You can shut the fuck up and stay in your goddamn place, and your place ain't next to me. I don't understand why black women have not yet realized the only reason these niggas exist is because y'all won't stop fucking them and birthing them. If you stop.
Now, doesn't that sound like Cynthia G? That's the same thing that Synthetic G was saying about black men and what women should do. Like, get rid of any fetus that is not female. Therefore, only bringing forward females. Now, how sick is that?
Fucking them and stop birthing them, you can exercise your God-given right to never have to deal with one of these motherfuckers again. Just be done already. Aren't y'all tired of the same goddamn shit? I'm tired of the same song, and this is why I'm like you, Aaliyah. This shit be frustrating me so bad that I can't deal. I literally can't stand this shit.
It pisses me off because it's like, motherfucker, what business is it of yours? What business is it of any motherfucking bodies? That woman did what the fuck she had to do for herself. What that got to do?
Don't they sound so educated?
With you. That's why I said that they always got
most
something
educated
to say.
in the community.
Mind your motherfucking business and keep your mouth shut. They always got something to say. They think they can rule you and tell you what to do and try to keep your ass bound to some goddamn fucking street code and all this other shit. That's why they keep me trying to pretend like they didn't. I don't see.
Let me clarify. The street code, they don't adhere to because they call the police on dudes all the time. When it comes to a custody dispute, what do? They call the cops and try to get you hemmed up so that in the event they file for custody or child support or anything like that, they can limit your visitation. This happens to young black men all the time. So don't listen to this garbage somehow adhering to some street code, because if there was no snitching, then there's no damn snitching. Whatever happens out there in the street, right? Even though I don't agree with it, but it happens, right? Okay.
I'll never understand why she was protecting him. You motherfuckers lying, because you sat up here and y'all know how y'all have instilled the no snitching code. Where snitches get stitches, remember? Y'all have drilled into black women forever. Do not call the police. Do not do that shit, because you're putting them in danger when you do that. That's why I say, I don't know why are y'all motherfuckers playing.
False.
I don't like this two-faced shit. I just don't. Y'all know
the same
why.
women who use the law more than anybody else
I just want
to keep a black man at bay.
Shout out to Chili from TLC. She debuted her boo.
I saw that.
And he's not of the orangutan species.
And shout out to the
orangutan species. You got quote unquote black women calling black men members of the orangutan species. If that ain't hatred, I don't know what is. They sound like a panel full of white supremacists and anybody else that doesn't like black people, and yet these people are black. Well, I got news for you. No matter what you do, you can't help your skin color. No matter what you do, you'll always be a black baby maker, whether male or female. Now, you can choose to keep the black females fetuses, but no matter what you do, you will always be black. You'll always be a black baby maker. It doesn't matter what man runs into you. A lot of times, the genes in us are so strong that they're going to end up looking more like you than them, okay? So I just want to throw that out there while they calling people members of the orangutan species. What was it, Francine Bear? She kind of looked like an orangutan. Is there a coincidence there? I don't know. But let's continue.
Universe for letting that motherfucker
Here we
get
go.
his chest hit earlier last night. Y'all know my husband is a fucking football fan, and I saw that nigga drop. I'm like, ooh, is the universe real or no?
And another one bites the dust.
There it is. The damn celebration that happens every time a black man dies. This man collapsed on national television. He's still alive today, But imagine the impact and this statement has if he had passed away. This is the same thing they did when Kevin Samuels died, when David Carroll died, when Sinful the P died, when Kobe died, when Kanye got into trouble, when Kyrie got into trouble. Every time a black man does something that garners national attention, or even the regular guys, the first thing they want to do is celebrate when something bad happens. Nobody does that to anybody else unless they were purely evil. When Rush Limbaugh died, there was a lot of people celebrating that man because let's be honest, he said some things that were absolutely not true about black folks and stuff like that. You know, a little bit of racist shit and stuff like that. Got it. You shouldn't be celebrating nobody's death, period. Some people, we understand that it is karma, what happens to them. But this young man passed out toys to the community. He was nothing but an all-around good guy. 24 years old and almost lost his life on a football field playing the game he loved. And the first thing y'all want to do is sit up here and celebrate. You heard it right here. Everybody on this damn panel who is too afraid to show their damn face is up here celebrating. That a young man almost lost his life. They thought this man was dead the way they were talking. But I'm going to let you hear the rest of what they had to say.
And they have the audacity to be trying to cancel Skip. Now, I don't even watch sports like that.
Skip was off code.
Keeping up. That man
he was out of order for what he said.
Y'all need to stop. Just because that's a member of y'all's protected class, that don't mean everybody got to dance around and not be able to speak and speak their minds. Like, please, have a seat. Stop trying to cancel everybody that's not worshiping the Kangs.
They sit around and wait. They just sit around. And black people sit around and they just look at everybody talk and wait till they get offended. Somebody can say something real fucking awesome.
That's not everybody.
They wait to get offended. That was wrong. Now, can I get a lower rent? Let me get some food stamps. Oh, childcare, Section 8. Also, you need to treat me like somebody. But I'm like, I wouldn't talk around a whole bunch of black folk either if I wasn't, black. It is.
There you go. Another point. You hate yourself so much. You said you wouldn't be talking about this stuff or being around black folk if you weren't black. Every person on this panel is black. That statement alone says that you hate the color of your skin. You hate who you are as a person. Now, in her previous live streams and videos she's done, she's also admitted to being married to a man of a different race. Now, I don't have a problem with that part. But then you come on here on the internet and you got a bunch of chicks out here on the internet talking about black men like we do the same damn thing. The only thing that even comes close to what she's saying, and they don't even mention that much about black women, is the passport bros. This is absolutely insane. Insanity is what it is. But that's all I got, man. I just wanted y'all to hear this firsthand, and I'm going to post this, and y'all leave me some comments in the comment section below.